Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella for anybody new tuning in. All right, the first card that we have out is the Seven of Swords. The next card that we have out is the Star. Aquarius. It's looking to me like there's something that you're becoming aware of. This could have been something that you were doing with the Seven of Swords. It can be a way that our framework or a way that our thinking is not allowing us to get to somewhere that we want to be, or it's sabotaging us in some way. It's a mental thing that's happening here. But I'm seeing the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, so I feel like there's going to be a very important realization. This can be doing something that's not benefiting us. It can be thinking in a way that's not benefiting us. It can be us not being completely honest with ourselves. It can be us abandoning hope or abandoning faith within a situation too. Like, having this come out and this card generally be about sabotaging something or not being honest with ourselves about something, or it's something that we don't necessarily want exposed, that our ego doesn't necessarily want exposed. And to have it be connected with the Star, this can be a way that you're sabotaging your path or your career, or a way that you're keeping yourself in a spot where it doesn't allow you to have hope or faith within a situation, because that's also associated with the Star. Or it can be sabotaging a dream of yours as well. It's the Star is that pure essence within us of, I feel like I was made to do this, or I've always had that dream of pursuing this, or this is who I really am and how I really want to be. It's us within our genuine energy. And Seven of Swords, it's the ways that we can hide that, or not want to show that, or the way we get in our own way in order to stop ourselves from doing that. In order to stop ourselves from procuring that is the word that I'm hearing. So it's how mentally we get in our own way. Yeah. See, this is the type of stuff that you're I want to manifest these particular things within my life. Also too, having Aquarius and Mercury, this is your honest energy, because Aquarius is seen as a sign that's kind of blunt, frank. This is kind of what I'm sensing is going on here and how I'm really seeing things. And the Magician is about the type of energy that you're choosing to channel, and also this vision of what you're trying to create within your life. And having Seven of Swords, it can be, again, the ways that we get in the way of doing those things, or repetitive behavior that we don't want to address, that sort of thing. Or it can be being around certain people, places, and things that are, whatever it is, it's us blocking ourselves in some way. Or not being okay with certain things too. Seven of Swords and the Star can be hiding parts of yourself as well. Because I see Star as who you actually are. And Seven of Swords can be hiding that, or not being completely honest about that. And it feels like it's getting in the way of something that you're trying to make happen here. But the only reason this is coming up is because it's something that you're ready to see now. This can also be somebody around you as well. Talking about somebody around you, we have the Three of Cups here. This can be about the types of relationships that you want as well. Because I'm seeing you want a type of community, or a crew, or community, crew, friends, people that you can connect with. Yeah, see, this is the desire that we have to share emotionally, and to be seen and felt and heard and understood, and feeling that all of these people are together. There's this sense of unity and harmony, especially in a social way, I feel like I can be myself here, and I feel like I'm celebrated for that as well. And then having this, it's kind of like people that have similar ideas to you as far as like happiness and joy. And it's also like the happiness and joy of connecting intimately. Because this, in order to have this with people, in order to feel like seen and heard and felt, we need to allow ourselves to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So when we're in this spot where we're not allowing that to happen, where we're not showing like our true selves and who we actually are, then it stops us from being able to have this, because people are just seeing a mask. And so even when we're in a space that's ingenuine and we're wearing a mask and people connect to that, we feel empty, because it's like, that's not even me that you're connecting with. You know what I'm saying? So it's about not hiding anymore. And the star is a very important part of yourself too, that like is craving to be seen and connected with, whether this just be you connecting with this part of you or you showing other people this part of you. Some of you, you're like figuring out how exactly to do that. You could also be doing things now that you're like, well, I'm just doing it right now, but it's actually affecting like your future, is how I'm seeing it. So it may be something that feels like a bit inconsequential now, but I'm getting that it's actually like impacting your future, and that's why certain things aren't happening. Maybe even waiting on something. It's giving one of those like, I'll start tomorrow or I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, it can be something little that you're doing now that's going to impact things later down the line. I will say this too, if any of you guys are doing something right now that's not sitting well with you or that you're not feeling good about, this may snowball into a bigger issue. So I'm getting this be like a warning, if that's what's happening, for you to address this so it doesn't blow up in your face, essentially. Okay? All right. I am seeing that this is going to be addressed. What I'm getting is that before, like, you may have had particular reasons. It's kind of like this. When we're manifesting things or when we want to experience things, let's say that there are different chakras that we can manifest. So when we're manifesting from our root chakra, you may see things popping up materially for you, okay? Because root is like your lowest chakra. It's connected with like you being dropped into your body, what's happening physically for you. When you're manifesting from your sacral energy, this is about like what you feel pulled towards or pushed away from. And so it's about like that attraction of things. Like I want to go towards this or I want to like move away from that. And so that's your sacral energy. Your solar plexus has to do with like your personal power, and like your ego and your identity can be connected with that. And so these three lower chakras are connected with things materially within 3D, which are important. However, when you're only manifesting things within like those sectors, because I feel like something solar plexus wise was being manifested, but sometimes when we feel like there's, you know, like people that feel a lack of power try to manifest power within their lives because they're feeling like they're lacking that rather than like already feeling that within them. And that's why we can be preoccupied with that sort of thing. What I'm seeing is that there's like something devil related that was being manifested before, because I'm seeing the devil and I'm seeing the magician here, even though I'm seeing you moving away from doing this. But this means that there could have been something like materially that you were doing. The devil is always something that the reason we're trying to manifest it is because we feel like we lack that thing. And so that's going to complete us in some way, or make things better in some way, or give us something that we don't feel like we already have. But having this Seven of Swords can be going about it in a way that actually doesn't sit well with us, and that we feel like, it's like when we tell the truth, it empowers us. And when we're not honest, we're actually like sending our power away from us with that, like through the throat. And so this is about like getting right, or maybe rectifying something that needs to be rectified. Because I almost get this being like, whatever this Seven of Swords for you is, it's like getting in the way of you like shining and feeling your like star power, we can even say. Because of this like fixation or preoccupation on something that's like never even going to be the answer for you. But you could have been convincing yourself that it is. But this is how you know that you're out of alignment. Because you know you have to do things in a way that you don't feel good about in order to like get the results that you want. And that's just how you're going to know. Because I'm seeing the Seven of Swords connected with the Devil here. And so this is like, well, I have to behave like this in this way, like in order to make this thing manifest. But it's because it's out of alignment. Because when things are in alignment, you don't have to fake anything. You don't have to lie about anything. You just be doing you and staying in your lane and doing what feels genuine to you, and the right stuff comes in. But this is you being like, but it's not going to come in unless I force it to happen, like, or I have to manipulate it. That's can also be the Seven of Swords. I have to manipulate it like this way in order to get it. It's like the vibe of trying to play God here with something within your life. And I'm seeing that was something that you were actively doing here, but now I'm seeing that there's the Six of Swords here. So I'm getting you be in a spot where, I don't know if you had some sort of wake-up call or something happen, but I'm definitely seeing things change for you, because you're like, it's like you felt like you kept getting like sucked in, or more trapped and more trapped, and it's like getting deeper and deeper into that hole. But then I'm seeing you move into a spot where I feel like there's support that you're finding outside of this, that you're connecting with, and it feels different. And I think that you feeling this feeling is going to motivate you enough to maybe drop this other stuff, that when you, it's like one of those areas of your life when you look at it and you're like, I would do anything to get away from this. Like, why do I keep doing this? Or just something that looks like dark energy. And when I say that, I mean that it's connected with like our subconscious motivations and maybe stuff that we're not fully completely aware of, and that's why we keep repeating these patterns. And so you're moving into a space where you're ready to bring that awareness and that consciousness to this. But maybe it had been something that you were tiptoeing around before. Maybe something you weren't ready to dig into before. But I'm seeing you being in a bit of a different spot now. Also, too, the thing is that, like, when we don't talk about certain things, we give it power. And when we address it, we sort of, like, take that power away. So that can also be something, too, where, again, I feel like you're allowing yourself to be seen. And I'm seeing, like, a good experience that you're having here. So this could have been something that you were doing where you're, like judging yourself for this part of you. But now, like, in bringing something to light and, like, allowing yourself to be seen and connecting, it's like taking away that shadow energy that's been having power over you, that continues to keep you in these cycles. I get, too, that, like, maybe something got too chaotic or too messy. That can be part of the reason, too, for not wanting to be involved in something anymore. It can be like something that you feel tied down to or chained to, or that you feel like takes over your mind completely and it's not your own anymore. And I'm also seeing you look at something and be like, I don't want that to be like part of my future. That's not what I'm trying to build into the empire of my life. Yeah, I'm seeing the High Priestess here. Look at this. Sorry, I have to like cover these cards a little bit because censorship, but you're going like this was where you were before, trapped in something because you think that you need it, and so it chains you up. This is you moving away from that, and look, you're like coming back to connect with you and yourself here. Your higher self is like, hey, over here, and this is you moving. And this is also the thing too, like, because of being in 3D and the density of it, we have to work through these things in order to get to the other side. But that's exactly what you're doing here. So like, no regrets about this. Like, you needed to go through it in order to have this experience, and it was something that you wanted, so you can work through it and keep progressing. And this is also like moving from the lower chakras into the higher ones, where you don't have to experience certain things to be connected to them. And you can just know things as well, like things coming together. I'm seeing this being like a clearing out of the third eye that's happening here. But there could have been something was going on. I feel like there was a chakra that was out of balance, where there was something that you were trying to satiate, but doing it in a way where it was just making it be like increasingly wanting. So it's like the hunger or the craving was getting like worse and worse and worse. And I don't know what exactly this was that happened, but I feel like you woke up to this in some way. Something happened and it like got too crazy or something like that. Something that you were like, this does not feel peaceful to me. Like, why am I continuing to do this to myself? And so rather than manifesting more of the devil, you were like, I'm trying to manifest my peace here, like peace of mind in some way. I'm seeing your guides. I'm definitely seeing this be like a big deal for you, especially on a like spiritual and energetic level as well. Because like this, see, with the devil, like we think this is where we can convince ourselves that this is where we're going to find our 10 of cups, but it never delivers. Now you're moving over here like towards your actual 10 of cups. And it's like when you're listening to your higher self and you're trusting yourself and your instinct, rather than what your impulses are telling you, or those parts of you that you are like convincing yourself aren't whole. I feel like you're looking a lot more grounded as well. I'm seeing Aquarius, Mercury, Moon, and also Capricorn here. I think you're doing some emotional healing as well. For some of you, this is centered around relationships for you. And there may have been like something that you were looking for. It wasn't going to get you to where you wanted to go. But I'm seeing you switching it up. Some of you also, you may be putting a pause on relationship stuff and focusing more on like friends or people that you feel supported by. That sort of thing. People that are supporting you in the ways that you want to be supported. You may also be connecting with people that are connected with the stuff you're wanting to connect to within you. Like people that you see are maybe more connected with their higher path or their higher selves more actively, because I'm seeing that also be something that you're sort of getting into tune with too. So I feel like you're going to find like a friend or like community or support in this endeavor of yours. It's like something that's being aspired towards. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.